this IC is responsible for the power of the motherboard. If this IC is failed, the motherboard will be a dead motherboard, will stop working definitely. So you can check this IC using 3 methods. Let's check this PF capacitor. So we will put one probe here and the other here, as you can see. So let's check the other PF capacitor. Okay. Good. Now there is no continuity by checking these two, means this IC is good. Hi. We're going to see the SIO IC or the Super Input Output IC. So as you know, the Super Input Output IC has a very important role in the motherboard. It is responsible for the power in the motherboard. So as you can see here, for example, in this motherboard, so this is the Super Input Output IC. Always you can find this IC, this big IC, next to the ICH and to the BIOS chip. Okay, so the SIO is the responsible for the power in the motherboard. If this IC is failed, the motherboard will be dead motherboard. Okay, so I will show you how to check and to diagnose this IC in order to know whether it is good or not. Okay, so let's get started. So as you can see here, okay, so this is the Super Input Output IC. As I told you before, always we find this IC near to the BIOS chip and to the ICH. I will show you this IC in other motherboards in order to understand properly. Okay, so I have here another motherboard, as you can see. So here in this motherboard, this is the Super Input Output IC. As you can see here, we have this is the crystal oscillator, or this is the crystal or the quartz. As you see, always the crystal is marked with Y or X. As you can see here, we have here Y3. Okay, always we find a crystal near to the SIO. Okay, and of course here we have the ICH, as you can see here. Okay, so as you can see, exactly in the back of this IC we have the BIOS exactly here, as you can see. Okay, we have BIOS here. Okay, as you see, this is BIOS, and here, as you see, we have the Super Input Output. Okay, so we have here the ICH, the SIO, and the BIOS right under this. Okay, under this IC. So always you can identify and locate this IC by locating the ICH and the BIOS. Okay, so I will show you in another motherboard. Here, as you can see, this is another motherboard. Okay, so here we have the ICH, here we have the BIOS, as you can see, but the SIO or the Super Input Output in this motherboard exists here, as you can see. Okay, so this is the Super Input Output. Okay, so let's see another motherboard. So as you can see here, okay, so here in this motherboard, as you can see, we have here the ICH, and right here, as you can see, this is the BIOS. As you can see, as I told you before, always you should distinguish and differentiate the BIOS from the MOSFET. Always the MOSFET is not like the BIOS in terms of size. The BIOS is bigger than MOSFET. Okay, as you can see. So here we have BIOS, here we have the Super Input Output IC. So we have here the crystal, as I told you before. Always you will find a crystal near to this IC and also a crystal near to the ICH, as you see. Okay, So this is another super input output IC. I show you this IC in many motherboard in order to understand the working principle. Okay, so how can we check if this IC is good or not? So as I told you before, this IC is responsible for the power of the motherboard. If this IC is failed, the motherboard will be a dead motherboard, will stop working definitely. So you can check this IC using about 2 or 3 methods. Okay, the first is when you have a dead motherboard and when you put the power adapter or the adapter in the power jack, okay, go and check this IC using your finger. Okay, if you feel that this IC is hot, become hot, and the heat in it is not normal using your finger, that means this IC is failed. Okay, so if the IC become very hot when you put or you plug the adapter in the power jack, that means that's a sign that this IC is bad. Okay, there is another method is to look to the body of IC. If you find any problem in its body, any abnormal problem, that means the IC is bad. I will show you an example. So do you see this MOSFET right here? Okay, this is a bad MOSFET. If you find something like this hole in the body of the IC, means the IC is damaged. Okay, so pay attention. Always you should check the body of the IC. Okay, always you should check the body of this IC. Okay, and also check all pins. Okay, you should also check all IC pins. If you find here, for example, something that is not good, that is not normal, that means there is a problem in the IC. But the good method that you should use to check if this IC is good or not using the multimeter is to check the PF capacitors near to the IC. Okay, for example, this is a PF capacitor, this one. Okay, or this one, this is a small one right here. We have here another one. So by checking these PF capacitors, if you find this PF capacitor, if you check the PF capacitor using the multimeter and by selecting the continuity option in the multimeter, okay, by checking the continuity option, check these capacitors near to this IC. Okay, if you hear a buzzer or you observe a continuity where when checking these capacitors, means this IC is bad, is damaged. There is a short circuit in this IC. Okay, so you can check this capacitor or you can check the back of this IC. If I go to the back of this IC, as you can see here, for example, as you can see here, if you check these capacitors, if you find here any shorted capacitor, means the IC is bad. Okay, so let's check another motherboard. So we have here another IC, as you can see. So it seems that this IC is good. We have here no problem in its body. Also the pins, as you can see, are good, as you can see. So you should also put here or plug the adapter and then check using your finger the body of the IC. If you feel like very hot, then the IC is bad, you should change it. Also look for this PF capacitors. So let's check using the multimeter this PF capacitor around the IC. As you see, normally the PF capacitor should not give you a buzzer or a continuity when using the multimeter. If it gives to you a continuity or a low resistance, that means the IC is bad, not the PF capacitor. No, the IC is the bad component. Okay, so let's check this two capacitor around this IC. Okay, normally this IC is good, but let's check it to confirm if it is good or not. So as you can see, the first step is to put the multimeter to the buzzer option or to the diode or to the continuity option, then press the power button. Okay, as you can see here. So as you can see, I will put the multimeter right here. Okay, then let's check if the multimeter, if the continuity in the multimeter is seated correctly. Now the continuity in the multimeter is seated correctly. So let's check this PF capacitor. So we will put one probe here and the other here. As you can see, no buzzer in the multimeter. As you see, the resistance is not low, as you can see. So let's check the other PF capacitor. Okay, as you can see, good. Now there is no continuity. By checking these two means this IC is good. If you find a buzzer like this, by checking this capacitor around this IC means the IC is bad. We can also check this capacitor. As you can see here, I have a small capacitor. Let's check it out. As you can see, also no continuity. Okay, I can check also this too. As you can see here, I have here a small capacitor. Okay, good. Means this IC is good. Okay, so let's see another IC in another motherboard. So here, as you can see, we have another IC. Okay, so this IC, as you can see, the body of the IC is good. Okay, here we have the pins. All pins are good. Okay, to be sure, you can check this capacitor around this IC. We have here one capacitor, and we have here other capacitor. We have here other small capacitor. By checking this capacitor, if you check this capacitor using the multimeter, if you hear a buzzer or you find a low resistance, that means the IC is damaged. You should replace it. Also using your finger where you plug the adapter. If the heat of the IC is increased, or if you feel the IC is very hot, the IC is bad. If not, then the IC is good. Okay, here also we have another SIO, as you can see. Okay, so the body of this SIO is good, as you can see. Also the pins, all pins are good. Here we have this capacitors. Okay, we have also here one capacitor. Here you can check this capacitor. If all these capacitors are not shorted to the ground, then the IC is good. Okay, so there is two methods. You can check to be sure if this IC is damaged or not, is failed or not. I told you that you should put the multimeter to the buzzer option, as you can see, then check if this PF capacitor is shorted or not, as you can see. Good, 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 and also this is a good. No continuity. You can also check between the capacitor and the ground. You should not hear any buzzer between the capacitor and the ground. Okay, if you hear a buzzer between any capacitor here and the ground, that means this IC is shorted to the ground, means this IC is bad, because all these capacitors are the data. This PF capacitor is data capacitor. Okay, so you can check the capacitor in its both terminals, as you can see, like this. I hear no buzzer. Or you can check between capacitor and ground. Okay, no continuity means this IC is good.